Seattle's hip-hop scene in the early 1980s was a vibrant and emerging culture that laid the groundwork for future artists. A new book called The Birth of Seattle Rap explores that rich history. Please welcome to New Day music journalist and author Novocaine 132 and a pioneer of Seattle rap, Dr. James Captain Crunch Croone. Welcome to you both. Thank you for being here.
Oh, glad to be here.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah. So first of all, congratulations on the book. It seems like a real labor of love. So Novocaine 132, walk me through how you researched it.
Well, it started about 4 years ago, and we were all in the grip of a pandemic, which meant everyone was home. So believe it or not, I was able to reach almost every single musician that I wanted to because they were all home due to the pandemic.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, so finding a little silver lining with that for sure. And among the artists that you highlight is a trio of rappers known as the Emerald Street Boys. One of them is actually sitting right next to you. Where did this nickname come from to Dr. James Captain Crunch Croone?
You know, everybody asked me that. I have no idea. I just thought it was a cool name. At that time, there was not much rap that was going on at that time because we had just started this coming up in Seattle. And so I thought, well, yeah, Captain Crunch, I like that name. So somehow I came up with that. I don't know how, but I think it was a mix between me and my good friend Eddie Wells that came up with that name. So, yeah, and it kind of just stuck with me after that. So, yeah.
Clearly,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And what do we need to know, too, about the Emerald Street Boys and their place in Seattle rap history?
Well, we actually started, the very first rap song that came out nationwide was Rapper's Delight in 1979. We started around late 80s, and we started doing shows in 81. We came together, we met each other, me, Eddie Wells, R. Curtis Jamerson, and we decided, hey, you know, let's put a group together. So we came together and started putting together raps and doing interchanges back and forth. And next thing you know, there we were. And it just started off from that point on. And Emerald Street Boys, we got that name actually from the city because actually it's Emerald City, but we wanted to kind of make it connect more with our street. So we said, hey, what about Emerald Street Boys? So Emerald City was actually the main name that pushed us to making that name, Emerald Street Boys. So yeah.
Cool. And how did you guys all connect then?
Well, I met James about 5 or 6 years ago at an event at Washington Hall, which is one of the main locations here in Seattle for hip hop culture.
Wow.
And we never looked back. We talked about, I talked about how best to remember these days from 1980 to 1985. And sure enough, we were able to meet almost every rap group from that time, including Emerald Street Boys.
So cool. And Dr. Croone, you went on to become a pastor.
Yes.
So do most people kind of know about your rapping roots then?
You know, it's funny because then it turns into this punchline. And I don't tell anybody, but then all of a sudden I'll have a congregate to come in and say, hey, Captain Crunch. And I'm like, oh boy, they must have, oh, here we go. Here we go. You know, but it's really fun though. You know, even at my job where I work and different things, I have different ones. People come in and do that, but they'll just hit it with me. Like they'll just call me out, Captain Crunch. And of course I turn around like, you know, and they get a good laugh out of it, you know, so they get, it's amusing, so, but I love it. It's fun.
That's so special.
Yeah.
Novocaine 132 too, you also wrote about a newspaper called The Rocket. So how did that influence the Seattle rap scene?
Well, before the internet, The Rocket was the way people learned about music in Seattle. And it was run for a long time by a man named Charles R. Cross, who we recently lost as well. The Rocket was the rock and roll Bible for Seattle. Yeah. And so that meant it also was the hip hop Bible for Seattle because that's where you went to find the latest news and information.
Gosh, so cool. And even if I feel like you weren't a fan of rap at that time, everyone knows the name Sir Mix-a-Lot. So can you tell us about Mix's start and what his first song was about?
Well, Mix-a-Lot was at Roosevelt High School. He was an electronics whiz. He loved to take apart and put back together electronics. But his first song was about the Metro bus, the 7 Rainier, which ran up Rainier Avenue. And it was, believe it or not, that song was almost a nationwide hit about the 7 Rainier bus.
That is so wild. I thought you were just going to go straight into, you know, the iconic song that everyone knows. But
that was a little down the road,
is awesome. Okay. And the book's forward is also written by DJ Nasty Nez, and we lost him just a few weeks ago. So what do you guys want people to know about Nez and just his impact on Seattle rap?
You know, Nez was our very first DJ of our group, so we were very close with him. And the one thing I would like to say is that Nez was really a unique guy. I mean, he did a lot of things that was before his time, as far as even just DJing. He had a great rapport with everybody. Anytime you see Ness was always the same guy. He was just the way, and he was easy to get along with, and we'd have a good time, and he loved to laugh. We were very humorous. We would have a really good time with Ness. And so he went on from that to eventually connecting with Sir Mix-a-Lot. So he's always been in the realm of not just our local rappers, but also nationwide rappers as well. So, and we actually started because we would give the first intro to his radio station that was here in Seattle, K-Fox. So when we go in and we would do his little intro, you know, Nasty Nez, and I'm not going to do the whole rap, but we would do that.
Please do it.
I don't probably even remember it.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, so we would do the intro. We did quite a few intros for him, and so yeah, he's really was a staple of Seattle. He's a legend. He's a legend here. So
yes,
yeah, and he will be
absolutely.
missed for sure.
Definitely. So how can people find the book too?
Well, the book's available in local bookstores here in Seattle. If you want to shop online, also there's different places to get it online. I don't want to say any specific spots, but a lot of local bookstores are carrying it, and I'm very excited to share this history of Seattle and these local Seattle musicians with the rest of the city.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to both of you for being here. This was really, really interesting.
Well, thank
you very much for having us.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yes.